Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So it's really been a whole lot going on in Black community, coming from white people and other people of color, right? It hasn't really been the very best of the month for some time. And they think that they know Black history more than Black people when they do not know anything about Black history. Therefore, you weaponizing Black history against Black people, which is not great, right? It's really amazing how people are going to probably hurt you and tell you at the same time how to react and how to feel. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. And how you people are always very comfortable speaking, I mean, like proudly over Black people or over what is going on in Black community without evidence, and at the same time looking for a way to accuse Black content creators and trying to tarnish their images, saying that they are probably collecting bribe without even having evidence. Number one, why I said is that they do not have evidence is because if they do have evidence, they absolutely will provide the evidence and everybody will say it. But you are accusing somebody without evidence. And now what they do is most Palestinians, they go around to Black content creators asking them, how much did you collect from politicians to make videos and all of that? I mean, this is really ridiculous. Like, how people are going to be policing you on your own, like, channel or like on your hand, like TikTok or anywhere. It doesn't make any sense. Let's get into the
Actually, I want to get into it, right? Because between Madeline and Mochino Dorito Tostito, white leftists, using Black literature, Black civil rights movement, Black civil rights leaders, Black political thought against Black people, whether they're Black liberals or not on this app, it's really grinding my gears. And I think let's really unpack it. You will never have a place to do that. Never have a place. Now, as long as white supremacy still exists and you still benefit from it, no matter how many books you read, no matter how many terms you know, you will never have a place to try to position yourself as a superior in understanding and explaining the Black experience. And it actually, you're giving your forefathers. You're giving your forefathers because you're just doing the white savior complex in a different way. You're doing it for the people, but you're still acting like a white savior, which is really white privilege to me, and against the theory and praxis, you should know that you like to dangle in front of people's faces. Let's get into that. For all the books and theories that you white leftists know, one of the things you should really know before you get into the theories and the praxis and the reading and the books and the literature is the most important thing is being able to critically think and analyze and apply the theory, apply the shit you learning to real life. Okay, to create said praxis. You will never be able to do that with the Black experience because you are not Black. You will never be able to do that. You will never be able to look at all of these theories and literature and history through the lens of Blackness, through the lens of the Black experience. So the way that you apply the theories and the literature that you're learning, let me tell you, the way you would apply the theory, the literature, the Black history as a white person in America would be, I wonder if my grandparents was one of the ones hosting a lynching. I should probably learn who out of my ancestors was a slave owner. Because that's the lens in which you are reading all this Black literature and learning about Black civil rights history and Black history and Black political thought. You are the descendants of the people all of that was combating. That's how you would apply those theories. That's your lens. And it'll forever be your fucking lens because that's the history and we can't change it. All right, you're as the descendants of slave owners, as the descendants of people who was hosting lynchings, as the descendants of people who was fighting people at the sit-ins, right? And fighting people at the boycotts that you so love to dangle in front of people's faces. You're talking the descendants of people who was doing those boycotts. You're talking the descendants of people who was writing the same type of literature, who was in the same type of focus groups, who was part of the first negritude movements and the Pan-Africanists and working with Black Panthers and working next to Black Panthers and starting up union groups and starting up United Negro Funds. You are talking to descendants of people who were doing that because, like we love to say, the history wasn't that long ago. So what part of the history was your ancestors at? Okay? Because there's multiple sides of history, but you love to sit and talk about our side of the history because you learn about it in some whatever amount of books and terms you know, and you like to position your knowledge as a point of like intellectual moral superiority over black people, and you do it in a real academic elitist way, even if it's not within academics. You sure do take that pillar of white supremacy for sure. You hate academia, but you take that because you think because you might know more than some black person who don't know nothing, or a black person who don't have this degree, or a black person from the hood who, oh, you didn't know this about Angela Davis? Oh my God, you didn't know this about the Black Panthers? Oh my God, you didn't know this? Well, guess what? The moment they did learn it or did know it, they immediately become the person to listen to outside of you. Immediately, because they can apply it through their lens. They can apply it through their black experiences, which is what you are trying to talk about, while not having none. You hate academia, you hate academic elitism, but that's the only shit you respect. Crazy how that works. And as someone who does have the academic prowess that you probably would respect, because I am the black person that got the bachelor's and am the black person who got the master's, I shouldn't have to talk to you in these theories and terms for you to fucking get it. And I'm not going to. You don't have the lens, and you'll never have the lens. And you need to stay in your lane and realize you'll never have the lens. You'll never know enough. You will never know enough. You will never be enough in order to position yourself as a superior person over black people, talking about the black experience and why black people might feel or do certain things, or why black people might have a certain fear. Just in really anything. Really anything. I don't even want you telling me how to make mac and cheese. And I really find it fucking crazy how in all the theories and all the reading and literature that you do, you don't even know the first and most important thing is to know how to fucking apply that shit to real life and to understand the lens in which you are coming from in reading this book. Okay? You and a black person reading the same book are not reading it in the same lens. You're not reading it from the same experience, and you're not going to be able to apply it at all in the same way. And because of that, you bringing up that book or that little piece of knowledge, and you know what, we could get into the knowledge, because half of the black history and black experience we learned in the homes, and y'all are descendants of motherfuckers who had plantations, so I know you're not learning black history in the homes. All of the knowledge that you might learn in whatever way you learn it, because you cannot apply it to the direct experience and you have a different lens. Anytime you try to bring up that knowledge, talking to a black person about the black experience, whatever you fucking saying can become null and void, and we have a right to be like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and ignore you. So I hope you really take this, right, and actually apply it to your praxis, because you should have already known that, like I said, Mr. and Mrs., oh, read this theory, read this literature. Well, you're not even applying it in the way that you should, okay? And the fact that you're leaning into it in this way makes me think that you didn't even have that intention to apply it. You just wanted to seem like a morally, intellectually superior person, which is very reminiscent of your forefathers and foremothers.
So this is all I got from the video, and shout out to Christine. She, she did it. Oh, it's really been a hell of I don't know what to say, but it's really not been easy for black people for for a longer time. I mean, the TikTok story, social media X, and all that, it's been buzzing, anti-blackness that has been running all through so many content creators, and at the same time looking for a way to find fault and looking for a way to denigrate black content creator, telling them that they are taking money from some parties to to support them. That's why they are all over everywhere supporting somebody. And I mean that they took $15,000 from them to come out to speak, and they are supporting genocide that is going on in Palestine and not speaking up enough, because they have taken money, and for that reason they are no longer bothered about what is going on. And I am going to ask this: who is bothered about what is going on in black community? Who takes care of black community? Who takes care of black people? Who speaks for black people? I mean, I see a lot of so many things happening to black people, and which is all the time they bring it to social media, and I do not see majority of you coming out to speak up. And moreover, we are not even begging anybody to speak up for black people. Nobody's begging black people to come and speak up for them, right? I mean, it is you people that is always looking for a way to remind us how we are not doing enough when it comes to what is happening in your community. Because as it stands, some Palestinians and some teamed up together looking for a way to bring black content corridors down for no just reason. So what are you people doing for your, if okay, like you all are mad that black people are no longer speaking up for the genocide that is going on in your community or in your wherever you all are from, why are you people not being a voice to your own selves? Because it looks like all you all do is look for a way to criticize other people and look for a way to find faults. How far have you gone so far since probably black people decided to take care of what is going on in their community because they have a whole lot? And how come you all are not speaking up enough for yourselves? You know, it is really crazy how you people are ready. I mean, like very ready to crucify black people, call them names, say so many things and all that. But you all are not even like, examining yourselves to know how at fault you all are. It's really ridiculous, but it is what it is. I mean, some of you, especially the people that are busy saying this, busy to like, bring black people down and all that, you all do not know history. And like I keep saying, you all can go back because you can't come and look for a way to like tarnish somebody's image when you are not even conversant with your own history. So first of all, you go back home and learn history because majority of you did not learn anything from school when it comes to history. Or you go back and ask your, grandparents and all that what they did and the rest of it. I mean, that will also enlighten you people. Some of you actually knew what your grandparents did and all that, but you all are always avoiding it because it does not feel the narrative and all that. And you all do not want to talk about that. Right? As it stands, black people do not have time. All they want to do is look for a way to dismantle the system that is affecting them, and they are working very hard on making sure that they take care of their home first before taking care of other people's home. Because I mean, there is no place like home, and your house cannot be burning, and you are outside looking for a way to fix other people's houses. That is not the meal, right? See you all in my next day. Bye for now.